Hello! Um, it looks like our stream dropped out a couple times while we were on the holding screen.
Even though it didn't at all yesterday.
Yeah,
So no idea why it didn't happen yesterday and it's happening again today.
yeah, like we reset our modem yesterday and we thought that worked because I don't think it dropped out at all last night. But I don't know. Um, I just really don't know. So I apologize. Uh, but we're starting a new game. We're gonna play Norco, which looks really dope actually. I didn't realize this game was like pixel graphics.
Oh, I didn't either.
But yeah, like I thought it was like I thought it was like sort of like hand drawn stuff, but like it's pixel graphics. Um, but I think it's like a point and click adventure, and I think it's got something to do with the supernatural or something.
And it's
Magic.
Southern Gothic, right?
Yeah, that's the word I kept. That's the phrase I kept forgetting. It's supposed to be Southern Gothic to some extent. Um, so I think we got all of our stuff good. Apparently, it's got combat. I don't know. I've got a CRT filter on it. I'm not sure how that's coming through on the stream, but it kind of looks cool on our TV. We could change the dialogue if we want, like the font. Thinking about changing it to this pixel font and maybe making it spacious. We could make it green. Yo, I'm gonna make it monochrome green. Does this hurt your eyes or anything?
No, that's fine.
So let's go. I don't know what this game's about at all. Since Norco, Louisiana. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. I could never sleep. It was so loud. I still can't sleep without that sound. Oh wow, this is like animated and shit. You often dreamed that the towers were cathedrals, that the swamps listened when you spoke, that the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. I knew he'd get over it. He never did. You caught out on a grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast, thinking you'd never return. You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Thumbing down the 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, and her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. You headed east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives, sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry.
You're in Breaking Badville.
Yeah, now we're in Albuquerque. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. While hiding in a freightliner, I slept. You slept easily as the trucks shuttled through the plains. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. You made your way back home. Act 1. Lowland Ghosts.
Monkey.
You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner. Hello, Monkey. Oh my god. Let's fucking look at Monkey. Oh no. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, though then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years, his eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring Contest Part 1, Glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet Monkey's gaze. Ready? Yes. You successfully meet Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Part 2, Rings. Circles will appear over Monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Oh, fuck. Anger melts from Monkey's face. Take Monkey. You drape Monkey over your shoulder.
Monkey joins party.
He's here, he is. Monkey stares at you. You stare at Monkey. Keep staring. He stares with more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Keep staring. Little circles of light pool in the doll's tired eyes as they watch the infinite space beyond your being. The air that hangs between your eyes and his is a vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. Oh man, let's see. I can look out the window. A sticker from grade school, half peeled from the window. Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Got plants. Got an overworld. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. You still have a scar above your left eye. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to NORCO. You watched the sun rise over the grain elevators. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Read. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth World, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to the emerging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. The laptop your parrain gifted you idles on a shoddy particle board desk. Wake it up. As the screen illuminates, you notice the signal to the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open. View tab. Let's see. $241. Okay. Wait, is this?
Yeah, it's a thread.
I know, but is this the bottom of the thread?
Well, it looks like it.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Alright, this modbot has archived all YX2Q posts at SCP Anglers. Does anybody still post here? Nope, place is a wasteland. You're posting. Nice one, jackass. Wanted to run something by you, gents. Was knocking out sac-a-lay in the spillway. Saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Called that the sun, OP. Funny, talked to someone else. Seen it near the Parish Canal. That just looks like the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like this, but birds in them swamps be acting weird. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe. Would glow real bright, then not at all. Moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. Get some sleep, OP. Need cash fast? Install Quack Job. Use promo code BLEED3 for up to 0.005 Quack Coin. Lol. The fuck kind of name is Quack Job? Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. App's a way of getting you to join a cult. Worse than them people living in the mall in Kenner. You can't trade that coin they use on hardly any exchanges because everyone knows it's a goddamn Ponzi scheme. Seen this exact thing, OP. Still here? Seen at the base of the upper suction. I think that's everything in here. Let's go to the living room. Memories of sleepless nights, your mom sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. I thought she hated me. She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Shield Oil Community Notice. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March the 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield NORCO Office of Community Engagement. A family photo album. Let's take a look. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather, a peculiar look on his face, impossible to read. Your mom, staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck. Scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page, and there's Blue, your father, though you've never thought of him that way. An easy smile on his face, a canister of dip shoved in his front pocket. You set the book aside. Your mom's unfolded laundry. An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. We have a big burner like that close to us, like in Tarrant, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them, bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. At the western margin of the lake, the critique of deliberate externality and fence line diaspora. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlements of Frenier and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones and the fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. SHIELD has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms. Madeir and Moore argue that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. This theory posits that key corporate decision makers encourage the company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. This compels residents to sell their properties below market values or relocate as quickly as possible. The criticism that this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter, slavery was the deliberate externality from which SHIELD continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. In the end, we decided to leave dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention, the spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done with being a poster child, done with being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. So, like, I guess we're kind of like in a not distant future, but like a kind of future. Like, this is not like cyberpunk, but it is mildly dystopian in the same way that our current world is mildly dystopian. But I mean, I guess this is like an even more weather ravaged New Orleans. And this company, Shield Oil, seems to have a pretty big, like, stake in the land. Let's see.
Is that your phone up there?
Where?
The face above monkey? Or is that... Because it has a little icon next to it. Okay. Oh, this is your mind map. It was saying that was updating. So,
map,
like,
okay.
I think that's your mom and your granddad and your dad.
I think that's my granddad. Blue. This is my dad. So this is me, you. Hold on. Finish thought. Your mom. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let's back up for a second. See if there's anything else in this room to look at.
It's just it had a notification on it. So
okay. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out, because that's probably important.
I also thought this was the end of the house, but you have the kitchen. You have some other rooms now that you can look at.
Yeah, I wonder how we get back to our room.
Bedroom.
Oh, bedroom. Okay. Well, let's look at the kitchen. Wait, I don't want to go outside. I want to look at the kitchen. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the counter. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. You were always frightened by the laundry room. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Oh, there's nothing up here, actually. What is this? Oh my god. Save, load, title screen, audio. These are just settings. I really like this with the CRT, actually. Liner notes.
Yeah, the CRT isn't like obnoxious.
Yeah. So I guess this is our front yard. 3 times this house is flooded. The first flood is barely a memory. Placing your feet on drenched carpet, your mom and grandfather ripping out sheetrock. Sitting in a small RV in the backyard, setting dolls on a cluttered table. Second flood. You were 14. The pumping station failed during a heavy rain. You were in class watching the clouds move upriver. You got a text message from your mom. Stay in Destrehan. I'll come get you. For 2 weeks, you shared a hotel room with your mom and Blake. She spent all her days gutting the house. In the evenings, you would sometimes help. Third flood. Another pump failure. Your mom hired contractors with insurance money. She said she was getting too old for it. You were bitter. You blamed her for not selling the house sooner. You stayed with friends in New Orleans.
There's a fourth one there.
Oh. The fourth flood will follow a slow hurricane, and it will be a calamity. It will leave the entire region submerged as critical levees break. There will be a massive blackout that lasts weeks. Much of the sewerage infrastructure will be damaged beyond repair. The embattled federal government will do nothing to assist. It will bankrupt the region. Small militant enclaves will form along the high ground of the Mississippi River. They will take to piracy and hijack commercial shipping vessels. Pirate mercenary forces will retaliate in kind. Slowly, industry will flee this hot zone. The old river control structure will collapse from neglect and sabotage. The Mississippi River will again change its course. NORCO, an old abandoned refinery town on a ghost of a river. Your house will be squatted and then razed. Sweet.
Is that what the window examination was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just to look at the house. Huh?
You can examine the cat.
Yeah. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. Inspect further. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. Tirith. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. What the fuck? It snaps off as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an odd assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the center of the electronic configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Okay. That's interesting. Guess we'll have to find a card to put in it, maybe? I don't know. 3 crows eye you from the power line. Is that a fucking robot?
You can kiss them.
Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mass was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Speak. Million. Kay, you're awake. You're finally awake. Couldn't sleep. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery helped pacify you, but perhaps that is no longer true. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures toward the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. Heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. Wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore, if I had to guess. Why would so many people be calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. Sounds like it's in that Mother Mary statue. Who is this client? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. She finally worked herself to death. She had an addictive personality, there's no denying that, but she cared about you and your brother more than she was willing to express. Who exactly would want to see the data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. So anyway, that's all. Your mom's old 4-cylinder 350cc bike. It has extensive rust and wear. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasps that collected behind the seat, the smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. You and Blake would drive the truck into New Orleans on the weekends. No AC, windows down. The rattling chassis was deafening along 75. Going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. A disintegrating crab net. Blue taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you. In the summers, you bike to the suction before sunrise, tie chicken necks to a net, submerge it, and nurse your coffee while waiting for a bite. A steel pry bar lies on the ground. Can I have that? No, I guess not. So, like, I guess the phone was ringing, but it's not ringing now. So I guess we can't really do anything about that.
Where is the phone?
I didn't even see a phone.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one either.
Let's look at the mind map. Alright. So, this is me. You were traveling. Across the Rockies. Your friends went south and you were glad to be alone. You spent long nights on the highways in a shitty sleeping bag. Through the Midwest. The freight cars rattled in the cold dusk as you crouched on the Grainer porch. Suburbs, fences, traffic, flat country, all passing for miles. Then what? You rode in the back of a van from Chicago to Des Moines. You stole a heater from Walmart and brought it to the poorly attended house show. Des Moines to Kansas City to Denver. You were traveling down the Pacific coast. You were in California when the summer arrived. You recall the familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. That smile burned its image into your mind. You are home again. Because your brother needs you, because your mom died. Alright, let's check out our brother. Your brother is a lot. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish, can't take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. When I think of him, I just feel guilt. No love or anything like that. Your brother is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Gran said. He looked confused. What did she say? What do we want to look at next?
Robot.
Okay, let's look at Million the robot. Million was a security android. She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. Why? You don't know. Million was a security robot. One day she ran away to find her family? What? No. Million was a fugitive. Once a fugitive, now just a relic. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Let's look at our mother. Your mom died. The cancer metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. She was on chemo, never finished her 3rd course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Alone with the morphine drip and the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. Your mom was conducting research. For who? For a client in Fat City. Pops Pierre. Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Melancon?
Uh-huh.
Interesting. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. This plays music as you sort of scroll over them.
Oh.
Blue is a vague memory. You don't remember Blue. Only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Alright, so this is the ditch man. So I think this is the guy in the intro who was whispering your name. The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits your mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday ashes and mascara ran from his eyes. I guess that's it. Alright, Duck. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. This is the client. Your mom was conducting research for a client in Fat City. That's all you know. Okay. So I guess exploring these can unlock more. Because, like, this got unlocked.
Yeah.
And, like, oh, we can actually see the faded out stuff.
Yeah. I like how the picture for the client from Fat City looks like those pictures of, like, cats and dogs when they shove their face in a camera.
Yeah. Sorry, I gotta eat a cookie.
Gotta.
I do. You made them for me.
So there was still a place you could walk to in the backyard, and was that the house or was that a shed?
Where?
Like, if you hover over the telephone pole.
Yeah, that's the front yard.
Oh, okay, and this is the house again?
Yeah.
Okay,
kitchen.
my bad. I just thought that was a little shed.
Yeah, so
I guess it tells you at the bottom. I should start paying attention to that.
I think we need to walk to the gas station.
Listen to Turtle.
Padu private investigators. We snoop for you. Sorry, Cookie. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Do you like shaved ice?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do. I like Italian ice a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are on Apple and 3rd. Little sister says, the turtle, he crawled out of the trash can. Big sister says, don't touch him, see, he's dirty. No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. That's not true.
He's all
They
covered
live
in salmonella.
They live in water. Trash water is not clean. We gotta go, see. Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. A fair point. The lights are on at Padu Private Investigators.
So you just carrying your monkey around?
Yeah, I just got a monkey, bro. Alright, Floodgate Tavern, where our brother possibly is. Apple's home. Dimes Discount. I think that's where we want to go. A film crew is setting up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above a corpse. Approach the set. As you near the set, a small, energetic man jumps from his chair. Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? What are you filming? It's a detective drama called None of Your Goddamn Business. Any other questions? Sounds cool. So this is like a murder? Keep it up and it's going to be. Hey. You know what? Wait a second. You from around here? Yeah. We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. We're filming a Bayou cop drama and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns toward the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right, Noah, I forgot. Your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, that don't make you a cowboy, hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the yokel. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will you? The script needs some work. What do you say? Fine. Great. Hey, Noah, get over here so you can learn something from the stupid redneck. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, Noah, you're a redneck, a real salt-of-the-earth kind of guy. But as luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you, okay? So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain? A bad apple? A lowlife?
Crawfish devil?
Asshole, bad daddy, or crawfish devil? We call him a fucking crawfish devil. Crawfish devil? You nod solemnly. Wow. Now that is some spicy Louisiana shit. Did you get that, Noah? Write that shit down. Crawfish devil. Damn, that's good. That's sultry. Who says that? No one says that. No one at Juilliard says it, Noah, but we're down here in the muck. I've been hearing all kinds of people say it down here. It just slipped my mind. Great, that's settled. One more thing. What's a more regional way of saying to murder, to kill? Slay. Send them home with the roosters. Slather them with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Oyster-flavored peanut butter? You maintain severe eye contact. Jesus, that's vile. That's repulsive. Just like this fucking place. I love it. Noah. Yes. Slather them with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Got it? Yeah. Well, I'm satisfied. The crawfish devil slathered up another poor bastard with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Sends a shiver down my spine. I seriously have to repeat this? This is how real people speak, Noah. It's how people talk outside Silver Lake, you understand? Real people are out here saying weird, gross shit all the time.
It's true.
So memorize that line, because that line is gonna win me a Golden Globe. Oh. The director half remembers your presence. I'm pretty good at sourcing talent, aren't I? Always had a knack for it. I guess I owe you one. If you ever need anything, talk to Noah or somebody else on set. Just don't bother me. I'm busy. Now get lost. A freight loader is being repaired in the Batteur woods over the levee. I don't know what that word is at all. So many evenings spent watching traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Well. This is Troy at the Dimes Discount. Look who's back. Oh no.
Theme of Troy.
What happened? Carnival forget you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. Monkey. Little monkey fella. That's cute. Wow, Troy, you look like shit. Not even gonna start with you. How come the rest of your family's so chill, but you're so uptight? My mom, like you know anything about my family. Bruh, ain't like NORCO some big metropolis. I used to go out to La Branche with Catherine and Blake while you were busy. Hell, what were you doing? Bleaching your hair or some shit? And now they got all these clowns like you saying Catherine dead. They wouldn't let her go that easy. You're trolling me about my dead mom? Trolling you? You're so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing around you. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake.
What does that mean?
That's disgusting. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart, somebody vigilant, somebody like me. Especially with shields snooping around. I seen some wild shit out in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. It might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Not letting you in the gas station. Goddamn company that runs this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Ain't letting nobody through till I get an apology, very least. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. If you really want to get through, go get me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me.
Fight.
Fight this motherfucker. You joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then, let's go. But we can have Monkey fight him? What? Oh no. Oh no, it is. It's like a party mechanic. Look at it pass out outside! Oh my god! Oh man.
Just like dancing.
Just like dancing. Oh fuck, I spilled coffee all over my fucking
Fucking damn it.
God damn it.
You need a towel?
No, it's fine. Protein bars, bubble gum, breath mints, taffy, etc. Fuses hang on the shelf. Yeah, let's grab a fuse. You grab a fuse. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. You wonder if this place ever started checking IDs. During high school, friends in the city would drive all the way just to get booze. Immaculately stacked cigarettes. Dusty bags of dog food line the shelf. Yeah, it won't even let me try to leave. This disembodied, illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any blah blah blah. Okay. Fuck you.
Did you examine that green shit?
What green shit? This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the candy.
Oh, okay.
You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Okay, so... Oh, we can actually go over there. The fuck is this shit? A memorial languishes in the river mud. A 2x4 cross, plywood plaque, cairns of pulverized concrete. Sprayed haphazardly onto the plywood is a remembrance. Here passed the brave freedom fighters of January XW11, whose cries of liberty echo through the generations. In much smaller lettering, a different hand-scratched fake across the bottom of the plaque. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pooled along the riverbank. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air. Stupid horse. The man's gaze stays fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Can't stand that horse. A lot of stupid in this world. Stupid people, stupid horses. Couldn't agree more. He spits on the dirt at his feet. You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve. What you out here for anyway? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? Bringing the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one.
Like, you never tried to go in here.
Yeah. Let's just see what's going on in there. You knock, no answer. Alright, ain't shit going on in there. Let's go to the tavern, where our brother may be, I think. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Alright. So maybe he's not there.
She said there was a bookstore, though. I haven't seen that.
I think we have to go fix the motorcycle,
okay.
and then we can get around town a little better. You got the fuse? Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. It concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. He's been spending a lot of time at the Sarpy paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. Yeah, let's go.
You have to take this robot. Oh, this robot drives you around.
The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline highway passes beneath your feet. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking their portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they may be able to help. So now we have us, a robot, and the monkey. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visit. Where could Blake be? He spends much of his time at Sarpy paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. How's Blake been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. After he was expelled from Destrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. Perhaps. I won't apologize for leaving. No one is asking you to, Kay. How have you been? I'm always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Fair enough. What's it been like around town? S.H.I.E.L.D. has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted S.H.I.E.L.D. activity. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? Haven't spoken to her in years. How would I know? Has Blake not mentioned anything? I never trust what Blake says. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. Oh, okay, so this is like the screen that'll take us to the thing. How do we get to our mind map? It's not. It should be here, right?
No, it's you. You click on
yourself. You click on myself. Okay.
So there's new info on your mom, and the dude you beat up at the gas station is here now.
Okay, so like they glow when they're new.
Yeah, blue means it has them in red stuff.
I gotcha. Your mom was conducting research in the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there, she saw something, but what? Troy. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with her research. He says he was conducting research in the lake. Probably shouldn't have beat him up, because now, like, he may not tell me something.
I mean, he wasn't being very talkative before either.
Reports of construction. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. Something in the lake. Your mom saw something in the lake. We don't know what. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in NORCO. The chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Shield. Okay, so that's all we know about Shield at the moment. Okay.
Also, who knows? Maybe he'll like you more for beating him up.
Could be, yeah. Alright, so we got Dime's Discount, the Tavern Home, and now we can go to the Shield Oil Refinery or Sarpy Books. So let's go to the bookstore. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. Where'd this dog come from, bruh? Dunno, she's been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes are something, bruh. A stocky pit bull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. As you reach down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. A young man leans against the station wagon while scrolling idly through his phone, his silhouette darkened by the fluorescent glare of the payday lender sign. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Pays like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk with randos is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Grove, anybody interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy drove out to the middle of the swamp. He was like 2 in the morning. He asked me to wait. He got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou, came back a minute later with a bag, toweled off, got back in. Found that to be pretty fucking weird. I don't know. And a while back, I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kind of sick. Asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random signals on the radio? Weird shit like that. It's just all types.
That's supposed to be your mom.
I'm sure it is, yeah. Your mom used to come here to dig through the stacks. Among the heaps of used romance novels and westerns, she always managed to find some occult artifact. The owner is also the landlord. You imagine that's the only way he manages to keep a place like this running. Over the years, they've experimented with other revenue-generating schemes. For a while, you could get your phone repaired here. Then they tried selling vape cartridges, then kratom, then anime wall scrolls, LSU yard ornaments after that. You remember seeing online they were trying to do some kind of acupuncture thing. In the end, the schemes always failed, and only the paperbacks remained. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake's childhood friend Erica waiting behind the counter to greet you. Kay? And Million, when did you get back to town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you were misremembering Eric. Weird, I guess so. But anyhow, Kay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye. Yeah, I'm a badass. You know what? I agree. Word on the street is you cleaned Troy's clock. That guy, my God, he's such a clown. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves. Just doing my part for the community. Definitely. But enough about that troll. I was keeping up with your travels online, but haven't seen you post in a while. Haven't been online much. I've been avoiding my phone as well. It helps that the connection has been so erratic. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out of the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. She nods into the ensuing silence. Back because of your mom, huh? Sort of. I know it wasn't always easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person, but a terrible mom. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort. I'll be fine. You always kept your cool. It's your brother I'm more worried about. Have you seen Blake? Yeah, I saw him just yesterday. He hasn't been around the house? He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. He may have gotten wasted. I know Gus lets him sleep behind the bar a couple of times. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. I thought I'd surprise him. I'm sure he'll be relieved to see you. He's been resisting help, but he needs it. If I hear from him, I'll tell him where to find you. Crouton. So here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster out back licking cardboard. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers. He must really like you. He seems to be getting a little excited.
What are we doing to this cat?
I don't know what's happening. Wow, I've never seen a cat purr this hard. Maybe you two should slow down. Help me here, help me. No, really, stop touching the cat. Crouton looks like he's fixing to explode.
Are you gonna explode this cat?
What was it?
3, 4. I think it's... Aw, shit. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Colin's here and demanding dating sims.
I mean, I'm going to at some point. I'm not playing them right now.
Dating this cat.
Yeah, I'm dating this cat right now. This one's hard. Fuck. Alright, one more try.
think it's that one.
I'll come back and do that later. Fuck. God damn.
You can examine the books behind her if you have.
Yeah, I was just seeing what else there was to examine. You can see titles on the shelf. Don't be a vampire. You pick the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to a random page. I've seen more self-published vampire books in my life than any other genre.
Uh-huh.
Another dark and lonely night spent in the cavern of despair, hidden from daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Also, blood tastes like bong water. I didn't think it'd be like this. Good Hope Cemetery Easement. A carbon copy of a document authored by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. The easement would allow the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. Grave sites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery.
The cat's name is Crouton. I have a plant named Crouton.
You do. Whoa! What the fuck just happened to the cat? Kay, goddammit, I told you to stop fucking with the cat. He just launched through the ceiling. What the hell just happened?
Drop something.
Crouton
phone case.
Phone case. You grab the phone case from the counter.
Oh, she's mad at you.
Kay, I love you. I know you're going through a hard time, but I'm a little pissed that you launched the cat through the ceiling. Just give me some space, okay? Oh my god. What the fuck do I do with this? A phone case resembling Crouton. I don't have a phone! Okay. I do hope Erica is correct and that Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with a sense that something is wrong. Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Catherine. Several weeks ago. Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic. What brings you here tonight? I'm dying. The cancer, it's gotten everywhere. There are some things I'd like to leave behind. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck, that's what everyone else calls him. Yes, Duck, we followed his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? Together we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It's of pine trees, yes? That's right. Tell me about them. They grew from the concrete and cracked the driveway. And the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd see them and frown, but he'd remain silent. He'd sit quietly in the truck, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house was suffocating. I couldn't wait to get out, and that's why you married Blue. Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought our little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Was it true? Yes. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where was Blue? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, you saw the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. I never apologized.
So I guess you could redo them if you didn't like it. Because it says delete, but I assume it'll just run you through it again.
Oh, let's keep these.
This is really intriguing. How was it after that, in the time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house, nursing Kay, and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her head, whisper to her about his life. But then there was the explosion. When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered across the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. Tell me about this man. I would see him from time to time around NORCO. This was many years back. But several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. I stared for a long time at her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home knowing it was another mistake. Spooky noises. Thank you, Colin. 10 months prime sub. You were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find.
And that's the drifter your character saw, right? That first one?
Yeah.
He's got that
He's
ash.
got the mascara and the ash on the cross on his head. What is the significance of this image to you? It's... well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake.
This is what that board was talking about.
Yeah. So like they're seeing some
swamp gas?
Yeah, it's like swamp lights. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richards' branch factors into your biography. Duck's version escaped. A hard fork, an extremely rare instance. And grew into some kind of monster. It began speaking to me through the radio. It told me to install an app. An app? Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. But so long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes. I see. It seems this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. Thank you for your patience, Miss Madeir. That kind of lost me at the end there. Like they're comparing her memories to the duck guy's memories?
Yeah, like I guess they both had an experience in the swamp.
It's interesting.
And she's Medea, which was one of the names cited in like you were reading a book in your house that cited Medea and something.
I'll have to go back and look at it. I don't remember that name coming out. No idea what Super Duck wants from me. Better check my phone. Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact our on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well. Last name? It's Medea, first name Catherine. One moment. Your head drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tier. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services and is provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs.
You've got your phone up in the corner.
Oh. Okay. So she's got this app to acquire the quack coin. So I've got 0.032 quack coins right now. And I've got $10 USD. Oh, wait, no, I guess $10 USD is 0.032 quack coin. Case picker. Okay, let's do that. Oh, fuck. No, give my phone back. So we can order a ride, we can look at Quack Job, let's look at Quack Job real quick. Says here, I need to go to the Curious Duck. Alright, so install Quack Job and set up multi-factor authentication. The Curious Duck is the nearest rendezvous to your location. More information awaits you there. Receive orientation at Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City.
She has a message from him.
Yeah.
She said that when she exited that. Okay.
Alright, so these are messages with K. Just checking in. Please text me when you can. I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. Where in Arizona? I don't know. Love you. Checking in. Still in Arizona? New Mexico. Be careful. It doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. Getting worried. Okay? Blake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. Please call. They put me on another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call? Damn it. I keep putting the phone away. Where you went, Ma? I'm out. This is Blake. I'm out. I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your parents. I don't know what that means. Grandparents, maybe?
I don't know either.
It might be Creole.
I assumed it was because that's a shortened version of it, and you said it in some other thing, but you said it like you knew it. But I can't remember the full. I can't remember the full word.
That's fine. Been gone a while. I had to make a couple stops. I'm okay, I promise. Blake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she said she's okay. Where is she? She didn't say. Dear, where did my pills go? In a MTG, we'll call back. What does that mean? A meeting.
Meeting?
In a meeting, we'll call back.
In a Magic the Gathering.
How'd it go this morning? We'll call. Ma, he came back around. I'll be home soon. Calling Uncle Chip. It's fine. Love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening. Everything's okay. Blake says you need to stay home. I'll be fine, I promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you too, Mom. Duck. Been a while, Duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks? They have me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? Don't want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went? Don't mess around with Super, Kate. The thing's got no soul. Like to ruin all it touches. I need the money. They don't take money where we're going. I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left them a little bit with how he went, but I was a fool. Don't worry yourself like this at the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go how you want it. Kate, God damn it, hope you're listening. So, she said something about Super Duck. So I don't know what that means.
There was one more.
I know.
Messages. Yeah, I don't know.
Welcome to the Oxnard My Direct Medical Portal.
Oh, okay.
Verification code. You have chosen to receive online billing notifications. Yes. Your SMS is now confirmed. A bill for $1,500. Bill for $1,700. So this is just your fucking medical bills.
Yeah.
What?
Just that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. She was trying to explain something turning into a monster. I don't know if that's what that Super Duck thing is. Like it's some kind of entity that wants to, I don't know.
I don't either, because, like, I wasn't understanding if she was saying that's what happened to her or that's what happened to Duck.
Oh, no. The Interstate Expressway traces a scar down Claiborne Avenue from east to west. The bridge outs east through the Treme and the 7th Ward like places whose stories should be forgotten and left behind in haste. The pillars still tell those stories beneath the interstate. East above the industrial canal, the moldering strip malls, the narrowed expanse of the lake, the shrimp boats that prowl the black marble waves. Oh. Sorry.
You alright?
Yeah. East through the Mississippi in the winter weeknight darkness and onward to Florida where it terminates. West is the suburbs that Catherine calls home. West is the concrete expanse that breaks clean and sharp at the St. Charles Parish line and gives way to the cypress swamps. Tupelo crowns spire above the overpass, silhouetted by an unnatural glow that leads to NORCO. The uncanny smile of personal injury lawyer Martin Smart hangs above Interstate 10. His eternally coiffed hair clings desperately to his head. His hallmark blood-red tie catches the eyes of drivers speeding east. Just a click away, the sign reads.
It really do be like that.
Oh, no. I had to fucking drive to the office today, and I was like... because we've got that fucking Alexander Shannara lawyer signs, but we've also got one... I can't remember the cat's name, but it looks...
Is it Morris Bart?
Yeah, it's fucking Morris Bart.
Or Bart Morris?
It's Morris Bart, yeah. It's that dude. Because it looks... I mean, obviously he doesn't, like, look physically the same, because he's got, like, darker hair and everything, but he looks just like fucking Howard Hamlin in Better Call Saul in that billboard. Like, I was thinking that this morning. I was looking at it, I'm like, man, like, lawyers really do be looking like that on billboards, huh?
And literally, the Morris Bart slogan is one click, that's it. Or it is now. It used to be one call, that's all. But now that it's internet-based, his slogan is one click, that's it.
The one in Irondale still says one call. So I think we need to clinic. Oh, we can walk up to the overpass. Puppet theater. A newly refinished Art Deco structure glows beyond the overpass. They turned Charity Hospital into art lofts. Disgusting. Showgoer says, "This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet?" No, what is it? A puppet show. They always start late. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. My stomach's gonna eat itself. A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is about.
How much later can you come by? It's dark.
You about to die. Like, how much later can you come by? Alright, we can go to the French Quarter. I've been to the French Quarter. We can go back to Perdido Street, or we can go to City Hall. What's at City Hall? A man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone.
Take a skateboard.
Beautiful night, huh? It's lovely. It's finally a cool front. I've been waiting months for it. I come out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time. Plus, you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? People pass through this building at night you never expect. You know, what do they call themselves? The Gregs, Garys, can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that squatted the Promenade Mall, they're obsessed with Kenner John? Nope. They probably wouldn't mean much to you, but anyhow, I see them come in and out of City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear these goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're a full Greg, Gary, whatever, you get to wear the blue polo shirt. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. Why do they come? I wish I had a clue. A figure sits at a desk overlooking Duncan Plaza in the deepening winter night. He watches the fingers of a cool front animate the tops of oak trees in the park. He watches the last remnants of commuter traffic leaving Canal Street, the pulsing taillights, the shift workers running towards the bus. I guess we can go into City Hall? An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to a walk-through metal detector. Good evening, badge please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. You'll need an employee ID to enter you'll need an employee ID badge to enter. I hear strange people come through here at night. Guy out front mentioned squatters and polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. Alright. Let's go back to the fucking overpass then. Let's go to the French Quarter. We got all kinds of stuff here. The Curious Duck. Oogles. Santa. All kinds of shit going on. So listen to this crowd. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop on Royal Street. That's not scary at all. This is the Jazz Fest dad. I paid for a ghost tour. If we're just gonna walk around looking at t-shirt shops, I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one, but, excuse me? My roommate is. Then where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time. This city was supposed to be enchanting. Anyone trying to score some Molly? I hate New Orleans. Oh, man. Let's talk to Santa. Well, ho, ho, ho. Jesus. Look at this portrait. Santa's eyes roll wildly in their deep sockets. His mouth twists into a smile. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Help spread some Christmas cheer? Where's the money go? What are you raising money for? Something very benevolent. Like a food bank or... Yes. Yes, a food bank. A food bank, veterans, animal shelter. Who cares? Just give me the $1. It's my last one. Going back on your word, are you?
Not true.
Not true. I never promised you anything. You're a liar. I'm not. And a demon. Are we gonna have to fight Santa? Santa points his bell at Catherine in accusation. Demon! His posture relaxes abruptly. Open your heart. This is the time for giving. Thought we were gonna have to square up on Santa there. Oogles. How's your night, ma'am? Not great. Sorry to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? Sure. Fuck you, Santa. Sure, but all I've got is $1. Really appreciate that. Change has been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head to head with sketchy Santa. His sign says he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was leukemia. The night before that it was something else. I respect the grift, but he stole our corner. Tell him something. You should confront him. We did. He tried to kill us. Yeah. With a knife. Wow. It was dull, so it just bruised a little. Well, that's a little extreme. That's terrifying. Are you sure you're okay? Doesn't hurt as long as I'm drunk, so thanks for the $1, lady. Yeah, thanks for the pain relief. A hot dog vendor sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. Oh, hey, hi. He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So is this... I'm flannel ass. These... He makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Are my dumpy dogs.
No. Bye.
Silent smiling resumes. He begins to pick at the lint that peppers his jacket. Flannel ass dumpy dogs. He nods, smiles. Would you like one? Sure, what the hell? I'm dying anyway. Really? You're buying a dumpy dog? That's fantastic. That's great. You seem a bit surprised? It's just been a while since I've gotten some business. I've been a little slow. I haven't ordered new dogs in a while. So these are old dogs? Nothing to worry about. They keep well. How old? Business was popping. Like I was doing really well back at YX2D. That's nearly a decade ago. How would you like yours dressed? Tell you what, think I'll pass. I'll be here all night. Anything else I can help you with? No? Alright, we didn't get a dumpy dog. We tried to get a dumpy dog. Need to find the curious... Alright, curious dog. Alright, so... Still don't exactly know what's going on, but we're being lured to this place, I guess, where the super duck might be. There's a small plaque next to the door. It says Curious Duck. This is the place. Door's locked.
Alright, into the game.
Alright. Oh man. So like, I think this is where I'm supposed to do the orientation on the phone, but
Yeah, you need the,
I need $16 to get there.
Yeah, like, I think you need to, get into the Curious Duck, and then you'll get the reward for that, and I assume it's going to give you the money that you're missing. It's just...
Thanks again, lady.
Yeah, do any of these have more dialogue?
The city is just one big scam. I don't know. Nobody here really wants to talk anymore. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to the dumpy guy again. So you changed your mind? Getting hungry? Craving a dog? Curious Duck's door is locked. What's with the shop over here? I was told to come by, but the door's locked. Curious Duck, Rosie doesn't let anyone in unless you know the secret knock. What's the secret knock? So, what's the knock? I can't say, sorry. It's urgent, please. Well, I do need some business. Alright, I'll buy one of these old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful, how much? Just $14. Is that a joke? Is what a joke? Christ, do you take wallet transfers? Cash only. Damn, well, what if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine, it's a deal. Alright, let's go talk to this cat again. Oh, shit. A crowd has arrived to watch the show. The show's getting started. I should take a seat. Yeah, let's fucking watch this puppet show.
Well, I mean, this guy won't leave until the show's over.
Yeah.
So.
Gator Farm. Arrowheads, t-shirts, souvenirs. Deep in the cypress hollow I hide. I mourn this evening. My last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chicken thighs. They shoot bullets in our heads behind our eyes. It is a curse that I am a curse that I am the last to survive. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out a ridiculous name that was never mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp-catching man who killed my children. Remove his head, bring me his skull. Do this and you may again leash me like a dog. Colin says his gator's got bars. Oh my god. So I guess I'm hunting a shrimp fisherman. Hello, fisher fool. You patrolled this bayou for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp-catching man, the one who captures the small ones, peel the flesh from his skull. Do this, and I'll be your dog again. Oh, shit.
Got boat help.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. A solitary egret stands in the rush, undisturbed by the boat's wake. Oh, fucking crash-rated. A hand-painted cross and votive candles hide in the rushes along the bank. A bone-white oak tree towers above the display with a plaque nailed to its trunk. It reads, "Monster that took you, promise I'll find. Your daddy, he love you. Rest easy, child." A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the cross. Sift through the object. A journal, too waterlogged to read, a set of playing cards, small figurines, a cell phone case.
A cell phone case.
You slide the case into your pocket. I like that we're collecting cell phone cases. Fuck! Can't stop running into the goddamn...
You need to go down this time.
Yeah. I wonder if it's easier to control like this. Yeah, a little bit.
That's her again.
Is it?
Yeah.
God damn it. Maybe it's not easier to control. Oh, there's something red over here. Wait, no, there's not. I don't know why I thought I saw that. Yo. Have we been there?
No.
Oh, Shrimper. Been a long time I've seen anyone down this bayou. They all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake. She makes her den just across the way. She took my child from me. I buried him here where I found him, near where she stayed. Visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her, but she know better than to show her face. For one to cut out that big skull of hers, that'd be something worth bragging on. It'd be a roadside marvel. There'd be money to make. See that rifle you hold it? What you say?
Kill the shrimper. He just wants to make money off the shit. Fuck it. It's much cooler to work for an alligator. Sorry.
Fuck this motherfucker. Acquired human skull.
So you just saw his son's grave, and I assume that's her son's grave.
Probably. Let's go look.
I mean, if you don't want to risk it.
I think I'll be okay.
Why did you leave your child in the swamp?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
I mean, alligators live in the swamp.
An alligator hangs dead from a meat hook fastened to the limb of a cypress tree. Yeah, that's just what he's killed, an alligator.
Like, I didn't even look at the other options. I wonder if there was some sort of, like, make them both understand option.
Ah, fuck that motherfucker.
Should've had your kid in the swamp.
Shrimping ain't easy. You did my bidding, Fisher Fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. That's cool. I ain't upset by that. Haunted Bayou Ghost Tour. Fisherman's Blight. I relished the horror that struck the Fisher Fool's eyes. I first took one limb, but left him alive. I made him crawl like a dog before he died. Show's over, but the crowd hasn't left. Maybe they're hoping for an encore. Discussing the show. Now they're talking about performing an encore. This is taking forever. I need to find something to eat. Do you consider yourself an adventurous eater? If you like to live dangerously, there's a guy selling old hot dogs up the street. Sounds like a delicacy. Always looking for ways to fortify my intestines. Really? Well, have at it. Alright. Back to the French Quarter. Hi, hey, thanks for sending me some business. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You're supposed to show me the knock. Oh, well, sorry, Rosie would be upset. Are you kidding? I sent you business. Show me the knock. That was the deal. Well, okay, but I'll show you once. So here, listen. Did you get it? That was the secret knock? Very secret. That's how everyone knocks. Exactly. Who would suspect it? And Catherine knocks on the door and hears the subtle sound of it unlocking.
Another cat. Oh, wait, switch your phone case.
No, that's Crouton.
Oh, damn.
Oh, we got a sick-ass gator case with glowing ass eyes. Look at this.
Ass eyes.
Ass eyes. What we got here? We got a fucking crystal ball, crystal ass ball. Don't, says Rosie. Oh, shit. Don't touch. Remember that post where somebody's like, I bought a crystal ball at like one of those little, like, not like a magic shop, but just like a little curiosity shop, sells incense and dragon statues and shit. Mm-hmm. Like I bought a crystal ball, and the lady was like, don't leave it out during the daylight when you're with your windows open. And I was like, oh, because like the spirits might see out or like see my house or something. And she's like, what? No, because the sunlight will magnify and burn your house down. Don't touch the ball. Suppose you think you can come in here with your soft little hands and touch on my magic ball. Don't work like that, love. Now I got to clean off the smudges. I see you've been eating French fries. Greasy hands. Nasty. You must be one of them super duck people, always coming around here looking down at their cell phones. Greasy hands. Terrible. The app said I should come here. The app. Yes, ma'am. Something's not right about you. You're a drughead? I'm sorry, is this the right place? It is, Butterhands. It is. Just calm down, love. You made it. Dallas will tell you what's what. Go talk to Dallas. I called him when I heard you trying to break into the place. Hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you couldn't get a hold of it. Now I see why. Dallas will be right out front. I don't got time to be babysitting you now that I got to clean up all this. Stains all over my ball. You even check your shoes before you came in? They're clean. My shoes are clean. Well, I know that's a lie. And one last thing. That gemstone you got hanging from your neck, that thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. Jesus.
Should look at the cat.
I'm about to. This cat looks familiar.
Is that a face hugger in that cabinet? Oh no, I can see what it is now.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a collie, right?
Yeah. Or,
one of them.
Shiva.
Shiva, yeah. Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Novelty New Orleans-themed t-shirts line the back wall. Unopened merchandise boxes are pushed to every corner of the room. An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and other trinkets spill from the table.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. Did I say it weird?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Plastic simulacra of ceremonial masks hang on the wall. Mardi Gras. I didn't mean to say it weird. I don't know why I did.
Yeah, there.
An overpriced selection of travel guides, cookbooks, and haunted histories of New Orleans fill the shelf. So I'm supposed to leave again? Like the dude's supposed to be out front?
I guess so, because there's nowhere else to walk in the store. Yep, there he is.
Oh, look at his little mustache. Guessing you're Catherine? That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I'd call it, but sure. She can be kind of... He casts his gaze onto the sky and back to Catherine. Never mind. Quack Job should have a ticket with the information we need. No reason to stand around. What's Super Duck? What exactly is Super Duck? It's a way of making money. Right, but it's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know its purpose. Don't know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all across the region. Points where you can speak with Super Duck directly. These are all things Rosie should have filled you in on. Not surprised she didn't. Tell me about Rosie. What's Rosie got to do with any of this? There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to the nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. She must be making good money offering her place to the network. Probably the only reason she keeps it going. Doubt she sold merchandise in years. Locks the doors to discourage customers. Guess you could call it a front. Have you been on Quack Job long? Been doing this since before there was an app, but Super says use the apps. I'll use the app. Makes no difference to me. Let's go. Check the app and let's get moving. Only reason I ever come to the quarter is for work. How'd you get involved with Super Duck? This all used to happen on Craigslist. Posts showing up, strangest things. I was bussing tables uptown, couldn't swing rent, had a kid to feed, started responding to the listings. First one I ever did was steal a head drive. Broke into a man's house in NORCO, stole it right out of his office, brought it to another house. The people there were just like me. Just like you, how? Didn't know shit. They were there because of a post, just like I was. The house wasn't theirs. Nobody knew whose house it was. They plugged the head drive into a wall. They gave me some cash. I left. Alright. Check our alligator phone. Oh, look at this. We got fucking 54 USD in Quack coin now.
Yeah, I was assuming it would just be enough to get you to that next point.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we gotta get to the... Oh, fuck. We're gonna fucking call an Uber. And we're gonna go to Eagle Wholesale. The price went up.
Are you sure it's not because you're at a different location? Like maybe it was cheaper from another point?
Maybe. Alright, Eagle Wholesale Restaurant Supplies. So this is where we're supposed to have our orientation. Doors are locked and the office is closed, but we can go into the warehouse. The galvanized steel door is the into the supply warehouse is half opened. That means it's open. It's free to go in. What the fuck?
This just isn't a standard in warehouses?
Well, yeah, they just
The
aren't,
flesh pile?
yeah, they just aren't usually this color. What the fuck? Damn. Catherine! You made it! This is Act 2. Did it have a title?
Refinery Eyes.
Okay. Erica said Blake went to Floodgate Tavern yesterday evening. Let's pass by on the way home and see what information we can gather.
J Mac have arrived.
What up, J Mac?
So we got new info on our brother.
Your brother was headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sarpy Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Alright. So we don't have a phone yet. We just have a phone case.
We liberated a cat.
Oh yeah,
Case.
we threw our phone in the Rio Grande. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, J Mac referred to what we just saw as an eldritch bird.
It certainly was. Alright, so we're going to Floodgate Tavern. The sprawling Shield Industrial Complex. Long ago it was a plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Carbon and alloy and stainless steel. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocked the town. The webwork of pipelines crosses high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete like veins, like gossamer, like neural circuitry. Lights everywhere, metal halide probing the river's expanse, coded patterns of warm sodium and cold LEDs, winking, thinking, knowing. Something to decipher in all that NORCO light. I remember blue. You only think that you do. When he died, part of her did too. Floodgate Tavern, blah blah blah. I think we can go in now. That's Private Detective Brett LeBlanc sitting at the end of the bar. He's an unpredictable character, but we may benefit from speaking to him. Why are you looking at me like that? I still got chili on my face. Is that a Columbo reference?
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned Columbo to me at work today. Speaking of.
Why?
Because we had auditors in, and one of them told this guy that he was like Columbo. That he'll make you think he's done, and then he'll come back with one more thing. And I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't tell him that we had binge watched a bunch of Columbo earlier this year.
We have a Peter Falk shrine in our house.
Oh, what's going on up here? The LCD pulse of the evening news makes pale shadows across the bar. An image of a man with a long gray beard hangs over the news anchor's shoulder. Another pipeline explosion has left residents of Lower St. Charles Parish shaken. Shield officials have determined that the source of the explosion was due to a botched attempt by oil pirates to divert the flow of oil into a stolen barge. A man familiar to local law enforcement, known only as Lucky, was among the pirates. Shield officials say he's believed to be hiding in the Batuor Woods along the east bank between Kenner and LaPlace. We saw that guy.
We did.
Residents are asked to call Crime Stoppers with any information. A man lies face down in the bar surrounded by bottles. Is that our brother? Could be. Oh, Keith. Don't see how anyone can believe the crap the media has been putting out these days. It's all lies meant to divide working people. See for yourself. He gestures to the TV. That why you making your website, Keith? To set the record straight? You know that's right. Evening, folks. Can I get you something started? You know Blake Madeir? Yeah, I know Blake. He hasn't come around in weeks, not since he ripped me off. Wish I could say it was the first time. So Blake ripped you off? I let him catch some sleep right here behind the bar after last call, and wouldn't you know, the boy walked off with the register. I knew he'd been getting himself all messed up on drugs, was trying to give the kid a chance. Gave him some chores around the place. Done with him now, done with him. Someone said Blake came here last night. Nah, he'd be a fool to show up after what he did. Sit here long enough, you never know who might pass through. Hey Gus, look at this dynamic duo. I'm not sure I've seen these two around before today. Sure, Gus, that filthy one right there, that's Kate Madeir's oldest. Other one's her robot. I'm pulling my leg, that's Kay, Blue's baby? Come on now, I work turnarounds with Blue. Good man. Great man. Had some stories, him. How come his kids come out like they did? Look how this one's dressed. Looked to me like she headed to the job site. Or the circus. Blue passed before his time is why them kids don't dress right. Blue knew how to dress. You're right about that one, Keith. Sad the way the kids turned out, but forget all that. You two were lucky to be stumbling in while I'm sitting here. You're in the company of a top-rated professional sleuth, and I happen to know a bit of information. Spit it out, then. Hey, listen, I do things on my own time, you understand? Whining ain't gonna make this go no quicker. What he means to say is he don't do nothing but sit around here and drink. My ass, I'm the hardest working flatfoot you can find, me. LeBlanc, please, time is of the essence. Cool your heels, I'm getting to it. Now I see why Kate kicked you to the curb. That is not correct. Save your battery life, I'm just playing with you. Tell you what, why don't you give me a drink so we can talk? Talk to this motherfucker. Why are you touching my partner? That's where he comes to relax. Need a beer for your boy. Lord help me, another sat buying that lowlife a drink.
He made that beer appear with his mind.
Yeah. Might need you to buy me a little snack too, seeing as my wallet's all the way out in the car, but this is enough to get us going. So alright, where do I start? Your mama ever tell you about me? Nah. Nothing? I mean, shit, she must have said something. A hard-nosed detective, charming and mysterious. Give it up, Brett. Alright. I'm sure I came up. The problem is, you got a piss-poor memory. Us investigators, we got to keep our memory sharp. So while you don't know me, I know a lot about you. I grew up in this town, you understand? My cousin Susie's ex-husband knew your daddy when he was still at the plant. Oh, sorry, I've been talking too much.
I know, that's how I felt last night. Like, my throat hurt by the time we stopped streaming.
And Catherine, she was a few grades above me at Sacred Heart. I knew her since I was a boy. Everyone around here knew Catherine. She was always getting herself into trouble, always drawing attention to herself. People'd say she was kin to Jesus. Old man lived behind Lupe's would say that. Talking about Pawpaw? Yeah, Pawpaw. Been years since I thought about him. A lot you could say about Pawpaw. He'd whisper some bullshit and get everyone repeating it. Wasn't all bullshit. That is a slur. Isn't it? I'm not going to say that. You know that's bullshit. We all Christ's children. Not like that, Gus. You know what I mean? Like literally. Wait, what? This was years ago, long before Blue died. Pawpaw told the priest a family of Cajuns came from Jesus. Said Catherine had, how you say it, like Jesus blood. Got it from her daddy's daddy and so on, all the way back to the old world. Like in that movie, one with the volleyball. What?
Yeah, that ain't the right movie.
Castaway?
Yeah, but they're talking about the Da Vinci Code.
Oh. Oh, because it's Tom Hanks. I got it. That ain't the right movie, Gus. It's the one with the priests and stuff. Well, I don't know. I don't watch movies. Figure some of that's likely to be true. You believe any old shit, Keith, no disrespect. Catherine never noticed she was off on her own planet, wild as she was. Papa never wanted to be seen. He was watching Catherine, but she weren't watching him. Blue couldn't let no man like that near her anyhow. You got a point here, Keith. You'd be foolish to get in Catherine's way. Where she went, trouble followed, but I admired her, and she admired me. Sure about that? She never said much, but I could tell. She only talked to you when she needed a free hand, Brett. Like hell, she did all she could to get my attention. I just had too much respect for Blue, couldn't dishonor the man's memory. The bartender shakes his head. Sometimes you make me sad. Don't mind Gus, always been the handsome one and he gets jealous. Made me forget what I wanted to tell you. Oh, that's right. Your house is out there near the fence line. Well, that's right behind my place of business. I got a window that looks out on the yard, more or less. But this is a pretty long story, and like I was saying, ain't got my wallet with me. And you want us to buy you another drink? That's a real generous offer, Robot. Thank you for that. Unbelievable. LeBlanc wants another. Word of warning, he'll bleed you dry.
He didn't even drink the other one.
No. This is the cheap stuff. I ain't complaining or nothing, just making an observation. It tastes like dog piss. This real important information I'm trying to share here, valuable you might say, and you buy me the cheapest beer in the house. A little rude maybe, but that's okay. That ain't no problem. So listen here, this is what I wanted to tell you. My office window looks out on your mama's yard. I'm always keeping an eye on the street. This was a little ways back, right after Catherine passed. I was looking out on the street like I do, and I seen these shield security types leaving the house. They was carrying a box. You saw shield security leaving Catherine's house with a box? That's what I'm saying, Robot. They was walking out the front door with a box, casual as can be. Where the hell were you? Are you some kind of security robot yourself? What would S.H.I.E.L.D. be looking for? Hell if I know. Laura St. Clair, the regional CEO, they got her over there. No, I'm sorry. Laura St. Clair, the regional CEO they got over there, she always took a bit of an interest in your mama. I hear she's a loose cannon. Huh?
She's a loose cannon?
She's a loose cannon. Why would she be interested in my mom? Everybody was. He's right. Everybody wanted what was in her head. What makes her a loose cannon? That's just what they say. Talking about Laura, piece of work, that woman. Surprised she hasn't run the whole operation into the ground. Only reason the board keeps her on deck is because of her father. A lot of people want her gone. Who's her father? Thomas St. Clair founded Clair Bionics. They made robots just like your friend here. Hell, Million might be a St. Clair unit herself. Anyhow, man's as rich as can be. Thomas St. Clair is a servant of the devil. There Gus goes with his bullshit. Not bullshit, it's truth. Alright, Gus. Alright, why didn't you stop the agents? Well, because I was busy. With what? You know, just busy. Who cares with what? When are you ever busy with anything? All the time. I can hardly get a minute to relax. Got it. Before you go, I got one more thing. I'm hungry. Would be a real nice gesture of appreciation if you bought your informant something to eat. And circle back afterwards. I might have a little more info to share. Let's buy him some food. Ooh, look at these greasy-ass pixel fries. So to mention, I don't care much for the fries here, but that's okay. I ain't complaining. Just would have liked me a sandwich is all, but forget all that. What's important right now is that you understand what I told you. I saw S.H.I.E.L.D. thugs leaving your mama's house with a box. What's the box contained? No idea, but they were in there looking for something, no telling what. They got them headquarters deep inside the refinery in that old plantation house where the real action happens. If I had to guess where they were heading, that'd be it. Say, Keith, you getting all this? Every word. Keith's making himself a little news website. What's the name going to be, Keith? I got a few ideas in mind. You just like Duck. Duck used to be a news junkie too, digging up dirt on all the bigwigs. That was before the cancer knocked him on his ass. Some people just want to know the truth. You been by to see Duck, K? The man could use visitors. Not yet. You better go see him. That old boy knows shit no one else does.
Didn't know he was alive.
Yeah, I thought he was dead. Where is he? What you mean? Kate must have took you to see Duck 1,000 times. You just think about it for 2 seconds. Perhaps LeBlanc is right to suggest that we visit him at some point. Perhaps. Oh, yes, quite. Why you talk like that? Did they make you in England or something? You sound like a queen. Thank you. Weird ass thing. Anyhow, figure I'll be seeing you two again. Good luck. Excuse me. I have more questions. We're looking for my brother. Why didn't you ask Gus about that? I don't keep up with Blake no more. Too much trouble. We'll need help getting into the refinery. Getting in that refinery ain't easy. I know that much from experience. You should find one of them people like they've been talking about on the news to help you out. Oil pirates barricading Highway 1, diverting pipelines and all this. Then the only kind I ever seen get through security. They were saying on TV one of them pirates been hiding in the Bachelor Woods. It's all over the TV. Alright, so we actually have seen this guy. Tell me more about Paw Paw. What do you want to know? How do you become fixated on my mom? A small town like this, your mama attracted attention. He was watching too many movies, cooked up some strange ideas, got his wires crossed. That's my guess. Sounds about right to me. Where is he now? Living in a ditch somewhere. That ain't nice, Gus. He left here a long time ago. Used to do odd jobs, roofing, fabrication, that kind of thing. No telling where he went. Probably looking for work. How well did you know him? I'd see him walking by every now and then. We'd exchange a few words. They say he threw a brick through the church window once upon a time. That had people buzzing. A lot of us knew who he was, but no one knew much about it. One of those kinds of people. Okay. This has taken another unusual turn. Erica told us that Blake was heading here yesterday evening, but the bartender says that Blake hasn't come by in weeks. Something may have happened on his way here. LeBlanc says that S.H.I.E.L.D. has stolen a box of your mother's possessions. We have nothing else to go on. We must retrieve the stolen items and hope that they point us toward your brother. Accessing S.H.I.E.L.D.'s headquarters won't be easy without assistance. Perhaps impossible. I suggest we recruit help before attempting it ourselves. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff here. Let's look at Blake. Your brother never ended up at the Floodgate Tavern. Erica said Blake was headed to Floodgate Tavern last night. Gus, the bartender, said Blake never showed up.
There's a new thing above.
Yeah, what is this? Okay, the blood one. I was looking for this. An old man in NORCO named Paw Paw had delusions about your mom. He believed her to be a descendant of Jesus Christ by way of her Cajun ancestry. He once threw a brick through a church window.
That's the highlights.
Private investigator Brett LeBlanc. He saw a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent leaving your house with a box following your mom's death. Alright, Laura St. Clair is the regional executive of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oil. Her role is not secure. The board would like to replace her, but they fear the influence of her father. She is interested in your mom, likely due to some aspect of your mom's research. A fugitive oil pirate, Lucky, hiding in the Mississippi River Batour Woods. So we need to go find him.
This is what happened when he uses up all the Costco pee-pee money.
The fucking Costco pee-pee money. Thomas St. Clair is Laura St. Clair's father and the affluent founder of Claire Bionics, a machine learning startup. Miss Troy. Million, okay.
I think you have new dialogue with Million.
Yes. We need to find a way into the refinery. Yes, S.H.I.E.L.D. has stolen some of your mother's possessions. We can attempt to infiltrate ourselves, but I don't think we'd be successful. Let's ask around. LeBlanc suggested we visit Duck. It's good advice. Do you recall where Duck lives? There's a fugitive hiding along the Batour. Yes, we saw him mentioned on the news. Allegedly an oil pirate. What about him? Are oil pirates common? Increasingly so. The pipeline network in this region is largely unmonitored. Claire Bionics and others are developing new technologies to address this. Where is the Batour? The Batour Woods are along the Mississippi near Dime's Discount. We've been there. Maybe he can help us get into S.H.I.E.L.D. That's reasonable to assume. What about Monkey? Nothing. Nothing from the monkey.
Yeah, like Duck wasn't highlighted in blue, so I don't think you had any information.
Yeah, like it seems to want me to like try to remember him. You try to recollect his face. Brief, generous smile. Oh, look, he got a little clearer. Brief, generous smiles, but otherwise placid, expressionless. I was always happy to see him. His health. It took a turn before you left, a bit of lethargy, irregular breathing, sores on his legs. Your mom brought him food on days when he was unable to stand. His son. Dead at 14, an explosion in the yard, natural gas from a leaking pipe. Something caused a spark. The pipeline. It crossed the property to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s chemical annex. There's only one neighborhood along that fence line, what's left of it anyhow. Small fragments of his home pass through the black ink of your mind, the perennial accumulation of dust. The damp curtains and pile of cans in the kitchen table and those refinery shadows of the little slab bungalow. Duck lives in Dimes. Dimes is a neighborhood along the fence line of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s chemical annex. Duck lives there. Okay, so we remembered where he lives. Alright, so the other stuff is still unclear. Let's see. It's getting kind of late. I gotta get up in the morning again. So, I think I will probably save.
I mean, you finished all of Act 1, so...
Yeah, we finished Act 1 and started Act 2. Like, I saw this game was between 5 and 8 hours, depending on how much you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will probably try to finish it when I play it again. But this is really fucking cool. This has some amazing atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really engrossing. Oh, but I'm kind of just tired of reading aloud right now.
So, Magana tomorrow, or change plans, or...
What is tomorrow, Wednesday?
Yeah, I just know this week kind of got fucked up, so...
Yeah. I don't know. I will definitely play something tomorrow. It might be Megami Tensei, or I might play more of this.
Okay.
It just depends on how I feel tomorrow afternoon. But I will see everybody tomorrow. So everybody have a good night. Have a good Wednesday. Good night.